All right. Do you hear that? Hear that flute bird? We're sitting here marveling now over the flute bird. The sounds that it can make. I know you're picking that up. And it sounds like when you're in, if you remember the Star Wars, when Anakin or Luke crashes his starfighter looking for Yoda, he's in that woods. It sounds like this. Also, when they're on where the Ewoks are, when they're about to take the power off the Death Star or whatever with Han Solo and Princess Leia, and they're all on the island with the Ewoks. They're walking through the woods, and it sounds just like this.
It sounds so high-tech computerized.
Yeah, it sounds like a robot. And right now, that bird is talking to probably 10 other birds. And they have a full-blown conversation. Note that every time he does it's different.
There's one back there, and there's one back there.
Every single time he does it, there's a different tone or pitch. It varies. And there's probably, like I said, 10 other birds he's talking to. And they're talking. There's one. There's one. There's one. Different species. Yeah.
You said something different that time.
Yeah. See how different that was? It's like reverse of what the last one. It sounds like CP30.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Or
R2D2.
R2D2.
Yeah.
That's probably where they got the sound. It sounds just like R2D2. It's R2D2 up there.
That's awesome. That's cute.
The last one you fired a laser one. Birds are cool. If you don't think birds are cool, we can't be friends. I'm just saying, I like birds and they're cool. All right, Maria wants to have a shoot off. I put that thing in the can. That can in the tree over there, and she's like, "Oh, put it farther than that. That's too easy." I'm like, "That is 20 yards away." She has Oh, we want to sit right here.
Oh, I mean, you have to be at the same level.
All right, listen. I'm gonna sit down in a chair right here. She's over there, and we're right next to each other to make it fair. Let's see who got the shot. She's a good shot. And
but I wasn't. My Glock was more accurate.
All right, so I'm gonna shoot. I'll blow through my whole magazine.
No, one at a time. That's how we do it.
All right, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Nothing. You gotta aim high.
I am aiming high.
I miss. She's got one. Oh.
No.
It sounded like you were out of ammo.
Yeah, but I'm not.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I am. How am I out of? I didn't shoot it all.
Load it up.
But what happened to them all?
I don't know.
Oh, they're jammed.
So close.
Weird.
Got one. Two.
Three or two.
You got two. We're tied for two.
Oh, my bad.
I'm out of ammo, I think. Oh, I suck. I only got two. That's it. Load them up. We're tied up. You still shooting?
I can't tell. My BBs keep getting jammed.
Jammed up? Well, that's because you bought a crappy ass gun. So right now we're tied up, 2 for 2. See, we're gonna reload, go for round 2. Right now we're tied up. She's a good shot. So I mean, the fact that she tied me is not a surprise. The game continues. She's going to. I'm feel like this. You can unload your whole magazine if you want.
And just however many.
And then I'll unload my magazine.
Okay.
And then they both hold like 20 shots.
They do, but I have an injured trigger.
That way you can dial it in a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I have an injured trigger finger.
You can dial it in as you shoot.
Oh, finger.
Are you seeing the BB where it's going up? Is it going high or low? Aim just above it.
Oh, you see that branch?
Yeah. All right, you got one. Aim a little high.
I am.
It's 2. 3. Uh-oh. 4. Oh, I'm in trouble.
That's it.
You get 5?
Yeah, I'm out.
Are you sure you're out?
Yeah.
That last shot, you know that. The last one, there was a shot.
Yeah, but I think I'm out. I was counting them. Oh.
You ain't out. Now you're out.
I'm out.
All right, I have to hit that 5 times.
No, I think I only got 4.
I got a 5, but all right, 4. That's gonna still be hard as hell for me. You use both hands, I don't. But I'm gonna try.
Oh, you ice cube?
You break yourself, fool. It's 1.
2.
3.
4. Oh, you got it. You're out. Oh.
5.
Oh.
Got your ass.
Wow. Now you're out. Oh, no.
6. No, I'm out.
It's hard to tell at the end.
6. I got 6. So.
You won.
So.
I'm done.
Gunner frickin'
You won.
wins the shoot off.
Of course you do.
Why? You
Because
beat me.
you're awesome.
You beat me before at this.
Yeah, but I had my Glock. That was a better shot.
Yeah. The new Colt you got is
Not
not
as
as accurate. That's a pretty far shot though. What I'm saying is we're at like probably 23 yards from that thing. That's 670 feet. It's a long ways to hit a frick tin can with a BB pistol at 70 feet. Honestly, you like really for target shooting this, it should be at like 30 feet. Because it's so hard to hit with these sights. It's freaking way out there.
But it's fun. It's more fun that way. It's more
Yeah, it's
challenging.
difficult, challenging. And anyways, what we like to do is I do anyways. I like sitting around the fire, planking, and
That's what we do.
and get popping some caps and some fools in a can, cap can. We'll just leave it there. It's got a bunch of holes in it. We'll just somebody will come along and find it and go, Somebody was having some fun here. What's up, Holmes? So this is our 3rd full day here. My knees killing me, but I'm still gonna grind it out. I'm gonna go to some spots that are easier to access where I don't have to break brush through the woods so much, and I'm still gonna fish. My knee's jacked. Most guys would tap out. I'm not tapping out. I'm here. It hurts like hell, but it's better than it was last night. So I mean, it's good. It's on the mend. Just keep taking Motrin. I honestly think that walking and moving is probably better for it. I don't know. I'm not a freaking kinesiologist. Kinesiologist. But why is my hat so low, man? I'm like the dude freaking from Friday After Next. What's up, Holmes? So we're gonna go for it. We're gonna drive this other river. That's about. We just got up, had coffee. I'm gonna go to this other river. That's about 45 minutes away. and it's a really good river. Last time I went there, I only fished it one time for about an hour, and I caught a big trout there, a real big one. So I just walked up and caught a big one, and boom. So we're gonna hit a few spots there that are easier to access, kind of fun to explore and find new spots. You just never know. That's how we found this spot. But the problem with this spot is when we found it, it was like 11 miles back in here, and there's also a really popular, famous trout stream nearby, or like 10, 15 miles away, and that's where everybody went. This one, nobody really paid attention to until they put a bridge over it. Then they put a bridge over it, and all of a sudden now everybody had access to come check it out and fish it. Yeah, they made it the snowmobile trail. That was the end of it. As soon as they put the bridge up, I haven't caught a big fish in it since. So it's fished out. It's just, you'd be surprised. These little trout rivers are real fragile, meaning it only takes a couple of guys to walk the river to pluck all the big ones, and they leave the 10 or 12 inch ones, and then next guy comes through and he plucks the 8 or 10 inch 12, and before you know it, another guy comes through. Before you know it, there's basically nothing but little ones in there, and not even that many. So it's super fragile. You have to find a river that no one's been accessing, or maybe it's been accessed very little in the last several years, because it takes 4 or 5 years for one of these trout to get big. So if you can hit a spot nobody's been fishing, or very few people have fished, then you have a chance to get a big one. So it's fun to go explore and see if you can find those holy grails. It doesn't happen often. I've only found the one, but
It does. It's super fun, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, one time I pulled up to this little culvert that was going under a road, and it looked so small, like you wouldn't even think to fish in it. I mean, it was like I went in there and drifted a worm down 6-inch rapids, and bang, I pulled like a 13-inch brookie out of there, which is a big fat brookie. Maria was standing right there on the road, videoed the whole thing. That was cool. I wish I knew where that video was.
Nice one. Oh yeah, that's a big brookie. And a big one. Oh, I don't got my...
I got you.
You got it?
Oh my gosh, Gunny. That's a freaking shark.
That's a big one. You videoing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice fish. That's a 12, 13-inch brook trout right there. Big hog. Biggest one of the year. Yeah. We gotta get him on shore. Oh yeah. Oh, come on now.
Don't lose it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That is why we're up here.
Oh yeah. That's a big brookie.
Just goes to show you these little creeks that flow into the big rivers.
Yeah, I just caught it from next to the bridge. Look at that.
Cool.
That's probably that's a 15-inch brook trout right there. I'd say it's 13, 14 inches. Yeah, I let him swallow it. The first time he nailed it, and bleeding. I missed him. I let it go back. Missed him again. Third time, I saw right where he was sitting under a log. Threw it back there. He nailed it again.
Dinner. We're having trout for dinner.
Oh yeah, that's enough dinner right. That's enough for both of us. Man, that's a good fish. That's crazy.
But anyways, so sometimes you can find these little secret spots. So that's what we do. We go out looking for them, and maybe we find one, maybe we don't. But it's a beautiful day. It's getting a little bit clouded over, but still sunny and nice, and probably 60 degrees. So I mean, it's perfect day for an exploration mission, and get out there and find some fish and some mushrooms. I hope we find some mushrooms. I would love to catch just like 3 8-inch brookies for dinner, and like 10, 15 mushrooms, and that'd be amazing. I'm gonna try. We are on another freaking Uper road, and we've been on, how far we were back on this dirt road? At least 20 miles.
Yeah, at least.
Careful.
Not this particular road, but they're all.
Yeah, we're all off the highway. We're at least 25 miles.
Yeah.
But with this road, we're about 6 or 7, 8 miles now. And it sucks.
It's worse than it looks.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm worried about the car, but it's just, car's a soldier, man.
Car's a champ.
Yeah, it is. But,
I'm taking it slow.
we got
My
about
bear
another.
bells you're hearing.
Got about a half mile go before we hit a creek. But it's holiday weekend, Memorial Day weekend. There's freaking
So many people.
tons of people up here, and they're, you know,
It's amazing because we're so far back. So far back.
still seeing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be the first one on some of these creeks and rivers, but I'm finding that the diehard trout fishermen, they've hit these rivers a month ago. You know, locals and or diehards, they go up there a month. So the day the season opens, they're there, and that's how quickly. Unless you find like a holy grail spot, which we're looking for, a holy grail spot, no one's accessed, no one's been fishing really. Then it only takes a couple of fishermen to fish out a creek. You know, boom, one guy catches a couple 15, 16-inch fish. The next guy comes along, catches a couple 14-inch fish. Next guy comes along, cuts a couple 12-inch fish. Next guy 10-inch. Next guy, before you know it, there are no fish. Or if you're catching any, they're just these little freaking fingerlings that are like 6 inches long and can't even keep them to eat them. And I've seen that happen, a lot. And that's what's happening here, I think. Or they're just not biting. I don't know. Could be that.
I don't know, but with side-by-sides and Google Maps, it feels like, I was just telling them, 7 years ago, whatever, when he got out of prison, it seemed like it was so much more like remote and way less people. And then over the past 6 years, with all the advent of new fishing apps and trout apps and all of that, and updated Google Maps. I mean, you didn't even have cell service up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody, these guys, they work in factories, and they got a little more disposable income when they come up here with their freaking brand new $12,000 side-by-sides or $15,000, whatever, and they want to rip, but they also can go trout fishing. They could look at this road we're on. We're doing 5 miles an hour. If I was on a freaking $20,000 side-by-side, I'd be doing 60, just ripping right through this stuff. And find a creek. So, and then like she said, there's a bunch of trout map apps where, I mean, this is ugly. Drive around the side over there. Yeah. See where the grass is cut? Everybody's been going around. There you go. Hole right here. Well, back on that tip. That southern trip. Driving down this back road. Maria said it just was jiggling her gullards. What the hell is gullard? It's an inner.
Gullet and an inner.
Inner gullards. I just saw a huge brook trout, but didn't catch it. There was a river we stopped at. I went to this hole. I looked, I'm like, geez, this is definitely a fishy big hole where a big fish has lived in it or in it. You can actually see where it's the fish is like fanned out a hole where its body, because he sits on the bottom and his lower fins fan and his tail fans, and eventually he digs like a hole out, and I could see it. I'm like, geez, it looks like a big fish has been in here. So I make a few drifts through it, and all of a sudden I see this big old huge brook trout. Probably the biggest brook trout I've ever seen. No, I saw that one giant one time. That's right, I forgot. Pine River.
Yeah, but you weren't sure that could have been a steelhead.
No, I was sure it was steelhead. I mean, it was. I looked at it. Yeah, it was a huge brook. We got 5-pound brook trout, huge. Probably could have been a coaster. I don't know, huge. But anyways, the one today I saw was probably 16 to 18 inches and fat, and just darted up and down, and I had spooked him. So, and then I tried to fish a little more of the river, look for some holes. But with my knee is the way it is, I'm limited. I can't really get back in there the way I normally would. So we're on an exploratory mission down another one of these damn roads. These roads, man, you don't even know how bad these be shaking up your gullards.
My gullards.
Inside and outside. I rattled something loose.
My brains rattle around my head.
It's so bad. I can't believe how bad. We were on this road for 45 minutes maybe. I mean, time on this road we have is probably 45 minutes.
Yeah,
maybe more.
Had you caught the big brookie, that would have been worth it. But
had I caught that big, had I caught that big brookie, I would have been freaking jumping. Yeah, I would have been like, hell yeah, let's drive another 45 minutes down this road.
There was a really good spot that I wanted to take him on, but the road
car wasn't ready for it.
No, I am in this poor baby. No, it takes so much.
600 feet, turn right onto Old City Road.
Oh my goodness. That spot was probably the Holy Grail too.
Well, honey.
Yeah, she didn't want to take the car. I said the sand. There was a big puddle, like it looked like a mud
Yeah,
puddle.
but it was sand. This is all sand.
Sand is not what you're worried about.
Yes, it is.
No,
if
it
there's
isn't.
quicksand, how am I
No,
gonna get
you gotta worry about muck and mud. That's what it'll get. Sand just packs down on the bottom of a puddle.
Not always.
Yeah, mostly. I was gonna try it. I was gonna walk through it first to see if it's solid.
Yeah.
She chickened out.
Yeah.
Now, where are we going now, honey?
Where the old man or the old man.
Where are we going?
We're going to the river, but we're taking this way and keep going. Like,
Oh, there goes the person.
play some 80s music.
Please. Oh, that's the music guy. That's the same guy.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we just come from this way?
Yeah, no, we came, we turned around, remember?
No.
Yes.
Weren't they just fishing up here?
Yes, and remember I parked on the other side of the bridge and we turned around and we came back and we
So
turned
now
left.
we're going where?
So now we're continuing straight.
On the same crappy ass road?
This is not crappy, this is great.
I mean,
This is awesome.
aren't we going to the Two Hearts?
We are. It's only 2 miles on this road. It's not that bad. And then we turn right. This is way better than the other road. This is like freaking.
Yeah, this is like an expressway.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Freeway.
The guys we just passed, they were parked on a bridge up
Here's
here.
the thing. They were old men. They were like in their 70s or whatever. And it's cool. One was even in a walker, and he's sitting on the bridge and fishing down, which is fine. I think that's super cool. Good for you guys. But they're blaring music.
Bad music.
No.
Like 70s rock.
Oh yeah, no, that's good music. But I just didn't want to hear it.
Here they are.
I'm happy with Journey and all that. You know.
Here's
whatever.
where they are. There was two of them. Guy smoking a cigar and freaking casting his rod off the bridge. You're never gonna catch a fish from the bridge, man.
Oh, yeah,
Look at this guy. What if he had?
Listen.
Sit there. Nope, I think the other guy was the music guy.
Yeah, the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy was an old guy with white hair,
Yeah.
and he had a cigar, and he thought he was Boss Hog. He was acting like he was Boss Hog. Parked in the middle of this road on top of a bridge, blasting his music, drinking a beer, fishing. You're never going to catch a fish from the bridge.
No, but they're probably just 2 old guys.
Yeah, that's cool, but the whole music thing, though. It's like, dude, I don't know.
And it wasn't just like it was on, they were blaring it out of their own, the tinny freaking radio on
Is there a hawk up there in front of us flying?
Possibly. I'm
Yeah,
looking
it's
at the
a hawk.
road, not the sky.
Hawk or an owl just flew out of the tree right in front of us. Yeah, man, I come up here to hear the music of nature.
Well, my thing is, you're on a bridge, so when other people pull up to that spot on the river on the bridge, wouldn't you want to turn it down a little bit? Don't you think that would be the polite thing to do?
People don't care. A bunch of city slickers. They come up here for.
Okay, there's another side by side.
They come up here Memorial Weekend and act like they own it. Everything. This is all ours. Because guys got to. He saved up all year to buy for $20,000 side by side. It's got 4-wheeler here.
Oh yeah.
Which basically that's all the side by side is it's a 4-wheeler with 2 seats. Finishing our day off down another insane road. We went down some really bad roads today. Really
Yeah, it
bad.
wasn't the most productive day, but we found some cool spots.
Yeah, I wasn't really being able to fish much because of my knee. I can just walk up and cherry pick a couple holes that are by the access point, like bridges and this trail dead ended at the river, and it's a great hole there. But I imagine locals have been here, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and the only way to get in there is to like wade the river, and they crash brush. A lot of the river you can't even wade because it's so deep, so you have to crash the woods to get to a point where you can wade or fish. And so I just can't do that with my knee right now. It's agony, man. I can't. The pain. My leg is only working like 20%. So I climbed down. I slid on my ass down this hill, made a few casts, crawled back up barely, and it is what it is. But we had fun exploring, and that's what we do. I didn't get any trout today, but I didn't really fish that much. Most of the day was driving these back roads, which is cool with me. It's quite an adventure. I think I saw a bear just a little while ago. Something ran across the road, big black animal. I guess it could have been a deer, but it looked like a darker. At first,
It could have been a bear very easily.
yeah, for sure, it heard us coming and just bolted. But my first instinct was like, that's a big turkey, and then I realized that's not a turkey. It was running, his body was running right across the road, about 250 yards in front of us. Just got a glimpse of it. But we pass bears all the time. We're probably passing some right now. They're everywhere. we're back into miles and miles and miles, 6, 8, 10 miles. And we did get stuck.
Oh, we did get stuck.
Yeah, we got stuck. Who did that?
Noisy. I mean, listen, for all the driving I've done in the UP all these years, to get stuck once.
It wasn't the first time.
It wasn't? What was the other time I got stuck?
Over by Hammond Bay.
Oh, I'm talking about the U. All these sketchy roads in the U. That's different.
And anyways, she panicked. There's a sand trap, which I hate sand traps. And it's probably about 40 yards long, really deep sand pack. Now the key is to just put your tires where everybody else's tires have been, and kind of where it's packed down, and just roll over. Now, two issues can happen with her car when she started to bog down, because it's, even though it's SUV, it still only has 5 inches of clearance or whatever. So the sand, the tires would sink down, and the front spoiler was like plowing the friggin' sand. And so she, for whatever reason, up on the side, there was like a bigger sand trap, just basically a huge sand pit. And she thought she was going to somehow avoid the
Well, there was grass on the other side of it. I was aiming to get up on that grass.
Yeah, but you would have been out in the woods, though, at that point. And I yelled, I was like, what are you freaking doing? Like, the worst thing you can do is go in the sand, more sand, when you're stuck in the sand.
The worst thing you could do is yell at your wife while she's panicking.
I'm sorry.
I just stopped. I just put a stop, and I was just like, I can't do it. I was going to start crying.
I didn't mean to yell at you.
No, I know. I didn't mean to get stuck. I mean, it just happens.
That's all right. So we got out, dug some of the sand away, took a couple tries forward, backwards, and I was able to get it out. But we didn't proceed down that road. We went back the other way, found another way.
Yeah, really sketchy.
But her car's all-wheel drive, but the only front wheels work. Which has been like that for 5 or 6 years, and it drives fine. It's just not great in deep snow and deep sand and stuff. And it's got like one of those, like a rev limiter type of, whatever it is, to keep the trans from blowing. So like, you're trying to, if it's spinning or stuck, or it kills the power to the tires, to the rim. So you don't get so much. Her reverse got more power than her forward.
Yeah, that was strange.
Yeah, I've dealt with that before with this car when you got it stuck in a snowbank.
Why you gotta bring that up? Why you gotta bring that up?
What happened there? Panicked?
No, I slid on ice.
You did panic.
No, I slid on ice.
You drove off the thing, and I said, get back on the road because you're in a rut.
I was sliding on ice. It's black ice. That's why I slid.
Well, no, your tire got off the side of the road, and there's a lip. And then you went to get off of it, and then it slipped sideways.
I'm telling you, it was icy. That's why
It was icy. It was totally icy.
That's why I went on the side of the road.
Yeah. But the problem was that your tire went off the road onto where the blacktop ends, and there's like a lip there. And then,
do you know why it went up?
Yeah, you slid, I guess. So
when
I said get back on the road, you rather than kind of slow down and gradually do it, you just cut the wheel, and that I knew what was happening next. And then we went flying sideways, and poof. Thankfully, there was a big snowbank there.
Yeah, a big one.
That saved us from plowing a tree like 30 miles an hour. Yeah, just poof. And it was Christmas Eve, believe it or not.
Oh.
And we were heading to Traverse City to buy rims and tires for my Jeep. The guy had them on Craigslist, a really good deal for some Rubicon rims and tires. I mean, incredible deal. He's giving them away, $300 for 5 Rubicon rims and tires, and they're like all brand. Like one is brand new, and the other ones are like 85%. I still got them on my Jeep right now, and we just couldn't pass it up, so we went there. Anyways, we got stuck and had a nice
600 feet, turn left.
Samaritan stopped and pulled us out.
Yeah, we tried calling the tow truck. They're like, it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we'll be 2 hours.
Yeah.
Some dude drives by. He's like, this is my work truck. They tell me not to do this, but I don't give a crap. Here, let me pull you out. He wouldn't even take my money. He said, Merry Christmas, man. I was like, can I give you $20? Nah, bro, come on, man. It's the right thing to do. Which is exactly what I would have done. I would have done the same thing. But God bless people like that. Honey, you know you're going.
Of course.
All right, we're on the main road, guys.
This is the main road.
This is what you consider the main road.
Oh, it doesn't look so great up there, huh?
What I'm saying is, now we got another 10 miles.
No, we got 33 miles.
30, hopefully not on this.
No, not on this road. We only have 2 miles on.
Oh, good.
But look at the sky. It doesn't look
cook some steak. Next time you see me, I'll be eating steak by the fire. Man. We ran into a bit of bad fortune. It rained while we were gone. So Maria's in the tent where it's warm and dry. It stopped raining. It didn't rain terribly hard, but of course we didn't put our chairs under the tarp. Stupidly, we didn't put our chairs under the tarp like we should, because that's always the plan. Typically, you have one of the other monitor the weather, and we have to detect.
Usually me, and that was a fail on my part.
I mean, if they detect and know there's going to be rain coming, you put the chairs on the thing. We left; it was sunny and nice.
I had too much on my mind.
What was on your mind?
Finding trout fishing spots.
Morels. So with my leg, I was barely able to get any fishing in. I didn't even catch any fish, but we did explore and find some cool spots that I might go back to. Anyways, that's what we're doing now, is dry the camp chairs out, and then I'm gonna cook a steak. So it's actually, it doesn't look like like the camera makes it lighter than it is. It's pretty dark and glum. Oh, there's my robe, which I wear every morning, and now it's soaking.
Soaking wet.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I gotta dry that thing out somehow. The birds are here though. I'm about to eat. What is this bird? Where is it? It's like a beautiful songbird, almost like a canary or something. It's right here in the tree. It's just singing away after the rain. Reminds me of Star Wars. Somewhere there. I'm over here drying off the old chairs. They're almost there now. Oh no! The base of the chair caught on fire. Yep. Base of the chair caught on fire. But it should be fine. I hope. Oh shit! I can't believe that caught on fire. Should be fine still. Let's check it out. It should be good still. Should be good. I'm trying to dry the suckers out, man. I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous. They're getting dry though. They're almost there. The fire crept up on me on the other side. All right, bird. Let them have it.